Hi guys, welcome to Lucy Kate Crochet's latest video tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at how to crochet a rose embellishment. Here's a couple of nice finished examples, Blue Peter style, here for you. There you go, there's little tails where they'll be added onto the main project later on. So, lovely little roses. What you're going to need in order to complete this tutorial is some red yarn, a 3.5mm hook, a yarn needle and some scissors. So to begin, what we're going to need to do is chain 49. So what I'm going to do is get you started, pause the video and let you work up 49 stitches on your chain, and then we'll join each other again. So quick reminder on how to chain. Keep a nice little tail there for ease of finishing off later on. And around your first finger you're going to wrap the yarn once, twice, back loop over front loop, back loop over front loop, pull it tight, take your hook, insert it through and pull it tight. So to chain, all we're going to do is take our hook, pick up the yarn and pull it through, and that's our first chain. Pick up the yarn, pull it through. For the second chain, pick up the yarn, pull it through. For the third chain, pick up the yarn. For the fourth, so it should be looking like that, pick up the yarn for the fifth. Right, and what I want you to do is do that 49 times and join you back in a second for the next step. So pause your video here and chain of 49. Okay, so what you should now have is a nice long chain, just like this one here, made up of 49 stitches. So what we're going to do now is start to build our rose petals. So I'm going to leave a single stitch at the beginning, and into the back of the second stitch, let's try and make it a bit clearer for you there, we are going to put a single crochet. So you're going to take your hook and put it through the back loop only, like so. Pick up the yarn, pull it through, pick up the yarn again and pull it through. And there you go, it's your single crochet, and you're going to do the same into each of the stitches until the end of this row. So let's do a few together first. So hook through, back loop only, pick up your yarn, hope if I didn't go off camera, pull it through, pick up the yarn and pull it through. Let's see that again. So to the next loop, pick up the yarn, pull it through, pick it up and pull it through. So what we're doing is putting nice little single crochets into each one, just into the back loop at this point. Hook through, pick up the yarn, pull it through, yarn over, pick it up, pull it through. There we go, right, and we're going to do that in every single one until the end of the row. And you pause the video here and join me when you've got to the end of that row. Okay, so at the end of that row, what you should have is what looks like a slightly wiggly worm of red yarn. So you've got your chain of 49, and each one, bar the first one, has a single crochet put into it. So what we're going to do now that we've reached the end of the row is chain 1, pick up the yarn and pull through just like you did before, and now we're going to build each of the petals in turn. So they follow a nice repeatable pattern. Again, the first thing that we're going to do is a single crochet, so we're going to miss the first stitch, and into the second stitch we're going to put one single crochet. Now into the following stitch we are going to do 4 double crochets. So in this case we need to yarn over first, through both loops of the stitch, I should have mentioned, on this row, not just the back. Pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And so we need to do that 4 times into this little stitch here. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So that's 2, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. That's 3, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. That's 4. So you can see that we are starting to get the shape that we're going to need for each of the petals. So to complete the petal, we're now going to do a single crochet into the next, so going through both the front and back loops, if I can find them, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through, and finally to complete this petal into slip stitch. So that involves sticking your hook through both the loops, pick up the yarn, pull it through, and then pull it through the hoop that is on the hook. So let me do that where you can see it. So pick it up, pull it through, and that's your slip stitch. So there you go, your first petal. So let's do the second one together as well. So same pattern, single crochet into the first, through both loops, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Into the second one of that petal, we're going to yarn over first, and we're going to do 4 double crochets into the next stitch. So do it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and to finish it up, a single crochet into the next stitch, and then slip into the final one. And you're going to repeat this pattern all the way to the end, and you're going to join me there. Now, if you're getting at all confused about the order to do them in, don't worry, just pop along to lucycatecrochet.com. I've got written instructions, you can follow there as well. Rewind the video. Either way, let's repeat this pattern and join me at the end of the row. Okay, so we're nearly at the end of the row now, and we've got a nice string of wobbly petals. So I've just done my 4 double crochets into the same stitch, so I'm just going to do my last single crochet into here, and then slip into the very last stitch. Make sure I pick up both of the loops there, I was missing them. Pick that up, or pull it through a little bit tight there. There we go. Right, so we have lots of petals on a big string. If you look at them individually, they should all be nice and matching. And what we're going to do now is form these into the recognisable, hopefully, flower. So let's make a nice big tail before we cut off, because we're going to use that to sew the rows together. That's it, that's the entire job of your scissors. We're now going to knot off the end. So simply pick up your yarn one last time and pull it all the way through the loop and pull it tight. So have a look at these little ends. So this is where you've finished. You'll probably see that the finished end is neater than the one that you began with. If you look there, there's a little mouth. All I want you to do is take your hook, pop it through the little nose, pick up your yarn and pull it through if you end up a bit scruffy like I have. And it neatens it up. Now this is going to be hidden in the piece anyway, but it just means that it falls together. So we're now going to form our rows. What we want to do is take your first 2 petals and bring that just neatened corner just inside the edge of the second one. And very slowly, I'm just going to wrap all the way around. Now this dangly bit will try and get in your way, don't let it. Pinch it with your fingers if you have to. You're going to wrap your petals all the way around to form the shape of your rose. See, sneaky dangly bit in the way again. There we go. Right. Now have a look at the shape you've finished up with and decide whether you are happy with it. Now the great thing about flowers is that, well, they're natural, so they do come in a lot of different shapes. It's entirely up to you. If you're happy with the way that you first folded it, then fab, stick with that. Now, in an ideal world, when you've got a shape that you're happy with, let me just, slight perfectionist issues going on, there we go. In an ideal world, if you've got 2 yarn needles, which do I today, in my bag of tricks, take a separate yarn needle and stick it through once you've got the pattern how you want it. This will hold it vaguely in the right shape whilst you sew in. Save you from having to fiddle around again a bit later. There you go. Skewered rose for you. And take this loose end and thread that through your main needle, like so. All you're going to do is sew this back of your piece together. So I would start by going just beside the exit point of your tail. So here's your main tail, the one that you ended with. Just next to that, push the needle through and try and get it going through every petal, but quite near the back. So you want the petals to be loose at the front to give a slightly freer impression, and pull that through. If you're happy that you've probably gone through them all, at this point you can just take out your yarn needle, but if it's easy to work around, then don't worry, and simply go around and around your piece, pushing the needle, a bit stiff there, through every petal layer and out the other side, and pull it tight. That little tail's getting excited there again. There we go. Right, so I'm going to take this one out now, make it a bit easier to work through. So let's have a look. How's that looking? Like a rose. Fantastic. Okay, through the next part. It is trickier to get it through the middle. If you've got a metal yarn needle, a bit of a thinner one, it's easier for this. I have put mine down somewhere, so we're gonna stick with the plastic for now. That's fine, works either way. And if you don't have a yarn needle, don't worry, you can still finish off by crocheting through, especially if you've got a smaller crochet hook than the one we used, as it'll be easier to get it through. So finish in the centre of the rose so that you can take your other loose tail and tie these two together. And then, in order to hide the loose ends, if you want to use this, not attach it to something else, if you just want it as an individual piece, just pop the needle through and pull it out between the petals and then cut off nice and close, and no one will be able to see it. Because I'm actually going to attach these to a cushion cover a bit later, I'm going to leave a nice long tail there. But there you go, loads of options for things that you can do with this. Individual pieces like a brooch or a keyring or keychain attachment, they're really nice for. Well, they're great for decorating blankets, throws. You can even, if you've got cotton to sew them on instead, attach them to textiles as well. So there you go. How to make a crochet simple rose flower. Hope you find it helpful. If you'd like more information about them or to find out other projects that you could have a try with, then just visit our website lucykatecrochet.com. I'll pop the links below the video. Thanks guys.